Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining us for another beautifully blessed, peaceful, prosperous, productive, and phenomenally powerful night. We are your hosts, Tori the Barber, the one and only, the only one, none of the son of the man with the plan, my right-hand man, the myth, the legend, Free Will Code.
Yes, sir. What's happening? Free Will Corner building. Thank you, and welcome to another edition of the Free Will Podcast, where we create a community that normalizes growth. For people like you and me, so we could be the best versions of ourselves, huh? What's happening, Toy? How you doing today, my boy?
What's down with your coat, baby? I'm cool and I'm in a building. Man. You heard? What's good with you, my dog?
Sir. Man, I'm feeling good, man. We in a building for another one. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Like clockwork.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Almost like clockwork. But listen. How you feeling though, man? How you feeling today?
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. I'm feeling good today because I'm here today. I mean, you know what I realized? I ain't got my glasses on. But it's all good.
Y'all, that's about to chew them up the whole episode.
It is because, it's a staple now. I just feel like it's supposed to. Yeah, anyways. It's all good.
Don't feel like you're not seeing clearly.
I feel good though, man. I'm in a building. Cole, what about you? How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, like I said, bro, I'm feeling really good. I got a little bit more so every time I have I was just telling you about that, like I have a really empowering conversation, it affects my mood in a positive way. I feel pumped up. I feel like I'm doing something great with my life when people when people can have high level conversations with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm still feeding off of that, man. But how about you, man? How was your day today?
My day today was really a good day. I mean, it was a productive day for a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And I got some other things I want to talk about once we get into the gratitude. But overall, in short, today really was a great day, a blessed day, for sure.
Facts. Wait, man. Well, listen, I'm grateful.
Like a dog.
Man, I'm grateful for man above. Grateful for the Lord, my Lord and Savior. I'm grateful for that. Man, I'm grateful for. Hey, I got to do something over the weekend. I got to I traveled to Hammond with Eddie, and I got to see the life of a pastor behind the scenes, of a dedicated pastor, I would say, Bishop Bristol.
For sure.
Right. It was he came, he did his service, and then I was with Eddie, and Eddie's a deacon, so we all had to leave at the same time. We went through the back. I felt like Secret Service. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the bag, the keys. He like, okay, cool. So when he come down, we're gonna put it on the left side in the back seat. Make sure it's level. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, this high level. You know what I'm saying? And Pastor came down. He was like, I didn't step to the side, watch him, make sure he's straight. And I'm like, I'm locked in. You know, I like stuff like that. So I'm locked in. I'm watching. I'm like Secret Service in the background. And so he go, open the door for him. He get up in there. I grab what I need to grab, and they just pulled off. I'm like, wow. And after that, I sat down. I mean, when I got back in the car, I'm like, wow. You know, I try to like analyze all of my situations and not be, just like in the moment and try to take something from everything. And I'm like, man, wow, God just showed me, like, because of my connection, he showed me with a high level, like that was just high level. That's all it was. Everybody was in sync. Everybody was in tune. Things were moving on purpose and intent. You know what I'm saying? They were moving very intentionally. I'm like, man, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for Eddie for being that connection, you know what I'm saying, with that experience that I had. Grateful for that. I'm grateful for my mom. Grateful for my lady. Shout out to her. Grateful for man. Shout out that boy Gino. You heard me?
Like a dog.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people around me. I'm feeling good. I feel like shouting out everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my auntie. You know what I mean? Shout out auntie Ashley. Shout out auntie Raven. You know what I'm saying? It's my people. Shout out that boy Tohito. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, bro? What you grateful for today?
Oh man, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to open my eyes for another day because some people didn't wake up this morning, right? Yeah. And some people woke up this morning, but they couldn't get up this morning. Okay?
Yeah,
so I'm thankful and I'm grateful to be able to do all of the above. I'm thankful and grateful to be here, man. I am Grateful for God. Gotta put God first, man. Let me make some noise for God. Man, cause man, God say I ain't finished with you yet. You know what I'm saying? I believe I got some favor over my life. I actually had a car accident this past yesterday or the day before yesterday. By the time y'all see this, is gonna be a few days. And had a car accident, man. And it wasn't so bad that people was like critically hurt or nothing like that. Everybody walked away pretty much. Well, I walked away, but the lady, she, but she all right though. She good. She ain't had no major injuries or nothing like that. So everybody in a sense walked away just fine. So I pray for that, and I'm grateful that we are both still here, and because they could have went a different way. You know what I'm saying? A whole different way. And so I'm thankful and grateful to just to be in the presence and y'all presence, alive and improv again, man. And I'm thankful for that experience because I definitely needed that experience. I had to sit with that thought and examine and just. It just gave me it just kind of like, it was like a wake up call. It definitely was a wake up call. At first I wasn't looking at it like a wake up call. But once I really I sat there and I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Take the lesson. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for my parents. I got 2 living parents, and I'm thankful for my lady, man. The first lady, the queen. I am. Anyways, I'm thinking.
Huh? You gotta edit that out.
Psych, live and proud. It's real. It's like we in the field.
Why you had to stop when you said my name? You gonna cut out?
Nah, man. I'm thankful for the first lady, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my rock, my backbone, man. She really she really in the field with it. She in the field with it, man. I listen. I'm talking about the way she put that dinner plate together last night after the accident. I came home. She had the jacuzzi, like the foot massage jacuzzi. She put that together for me. I'm talking about she put it together for me. And, I almost felt like I didn't deserve it, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was about, but I just, I was just grateful that she was there for me in that moment. And she was able, she just put that together for me. So I got to give her thanks. And I'm thankful for my wonderful clients. Of course, I come on here as Tori the Barber every single week. And I'm just super grateful and thankful for my clients, man. And actually, man, my client picked me up. He's like, man, look, I come get you, pick you up, boom, boom, boom. He was my first client. He said, I come scoop you. I let him know what my situation was. He's like, I'll pick you up and I'll bring you back home. And I say, man, I'm just super duper grateful and thankful for my clients for just being there for me in my time of need. And my wonderful children, Kaisley and LeVay, I cannot forget y'all. I will not forget y'all. And I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for Mr. Cole, man, because, you know what I'm saying? Look, we stay tapped in. We stay connected, man. And I know if I need him, I could call him. And I'm just grateful for everything that went the way that it was supposed to go for this moment to be possible. Yes, Lord. And I'm going to put a cap on it right then and there. You heard?
Yes, sir. You're the man with the plan. You heard me? But I think at this moment we should go ahead on and bow our heads.
Most certainly.
If you're new here, just bow your head. Don't ask any questions. We're gonna give out a moment of silence.
Yes, Lord.
For all of our brand new subscribers and the ones that have post notifications. Yes, Lord. That means you. That means if there's no check on that subscribe, that means if it doesn't have an ED on the back, then there's an issue. Go ahead on and click that. And thumbs up. And go ahead, think of the thumbs up as a positive energy. Go ahead, send some positive energy to us.
Send some positive energy
right now.
That.
You know what I'm saying?
That. Yes, Lord.
You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the family. Those of y'all who are already in the family, thank you. And we appreciate you so much.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So listen to me. Let's drop that.
Word on the street. Word on the street. Word on the street.
Let's talk Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That was a thing, that was I can't say that it was interesting to watch. I can't say that. I can't say that I was watching it and about 1 million other people was watching it. And I can't say that it happened. I've always loved the sport of boxing. I've always been, excited for the new fighter, the new and the greatest. I can always sit down and watch a binge watch boxing YouTube compilations. You know, I just love that kind of thing because I love the sport of it. I love the I just love there's a lot that goes into it. I just like the two men coming together and showing what they made of. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what they have done to the boxing industry. I don't like it. I don't like what, you know, respect to Jake Paul. He doing what he feels is fit. I don't like it. I think that it takes the genuineness out of the sport and makes it entertainment. It looks like WWE wrestling. That's what it looks like. And for sure. You know, I don't like it, man. What you think about that?
I agree with you. I think I think that, you know, watching the Netflix special, for those who've seen it, something that I noticed, I mean, obviously I would go on as far as to say that it wasn't a legitimate fight. It wasn't a real fight. I definitely felt like it was scripted. And to me, it's quite obvious. You know, you can look at Mike Tyson in training, you know what I'm saying, versus Mike Tyson in the ring with Jake Paul. And honestly, it was pitiful. But I would say, like what Cole said, you know, it seems like they creating it more in a sense of like entertainment than it is like the actual sport. You know, having select fights be, you know, scripted fights to where the winner's already determined. Like, you got people really like betting on this, putting money up on this, millions of dollars, like probably, I don't want to say billions, but millions of dollars for sure. People dumping in the betting on this, and is already predetermined. And I just think that is I don't like that, dog, because it just take away. Like, you had some fights on some cards on a fight was like legitimate fights, but you know, that was the main event. You know what I'm saying, headline, and that shit was bomb. I don't know. Yeah, it's
disrespectful, man, to the sport. And to the art of boxing. You know, we have the greats. We have people that couldn't pay their way into the sport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And honestly, I watched some of Jake Paul's highlights, and you know, he seems like a good boxer, but I don't know. I don't know if he paid those people to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just whatever, right? And I will, to be positive, you know, I got to drop my positive thing up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, from what I understand, you know, Mike Tyson needed that fight. He needed that $20 million. And big ups to him to being somebody who actually, you know, he made a name for himself, right? And that event wouldn't have, they would have to use somebody else, right? It couldn't have happened without him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's already great. He actually done the work, you know what I'm saying? And for you to be able to just put your name on something and boom, you get $20 million. I have no gripe about that at all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, just, you know, I'm an old soul, and I like things to stay genuine and not become entertainment. You know, you know, that's just my thing on that, man. Stay genuine, stay tapped in for real. You know, that's how you know if you're a real person or not. Like, don't just pay for the skills. You know. Know that if you pay for the skills, you don't really have those skills. And if you didn't have that money, you wouldn't be that person. You'd be a hollow person. And I want you to take that, and I want you to think about it. Okay.
Yes, Lord.
Yep. So, my man, what are we talking about today?
Today.
What are we talking about today?
Tonight we talking about we are talking about a process in life, an inevitable process in life called evolving. Right? We
Evolution.
evolve in time. We evolve. I mean, the world has evolved from technology, cars, to us, to, you know, just the very platform that you've seen done evolved. But alongside of evolving, there are some things that come into play on the road to evolving. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna evolve. You're gonna become more like something, and usually it's your environment. Usually your environment determines, you know, which direction you evolve in, right? But there's still an internal aspect of the evolving process, evolution process. So tonight we're talking about Drum roll, please. Tonight we talking about having the permission to evolve. Permission to evolve. And that comes from within. You know, there can be some external aspects of it too. But we're gonna talk about a little bit of that, and we're gonna talk about those internal components too. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that, Cole? The permission to evolve. Initially off the top, you know, what comes to you when you hear that? Before the context, just boom, permission to evolve. How does that resonate with you?
I hear personally, do I have permission to not be the person who I used to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I have permission to be better than I was? Like, do I still have to be the old Jakor that used to forget stuff and can't concentrate, or insecure, like, all of those, to me, that the negative things pop up. Like, do I have permission to be a new person? Like, can I be the person who remembers stuff now? Who is secure in myself? Like, can I be that person? And that's what I think about, man. That's something that it's a very important thing to me in my journey. And I'm really, really excited to talk about it, man, to be honest.
Facts. For me, man, to your point, I like how you worded it, how you phrased that. For me, it's similar in a lot of ways. But I would say when I hear permission to evolve, something that strikes out, that jump out to me is that it's just me thinking about opportunities that I've had, that I've passed up on, thinking about the things that I say I want to do, and then I think about why haven't I done it yet? I have, places that I believe I should be in life, but I'm not there, or that I would like to be in life, but I'm not there. Even with us being on this platform, talking about different ways of evolving and elevating and, growing and progressing, it's like in certain ways, in certain aspects of my life, like, why am I not in a better place yet? So when I think about all those things, I'm thinking about, like, am I not permitting myself to evolve by not putting in the work? Am I permitting myself am I not permitting myself to evolve by, whether it be not setting up boundaries, whether it's, just not being willing to thug it out, just what is it? You know what I'm saying? So it definitely makes me go internal. It makes me go internal
for sure, 100%,
and ask myself, like, why? Like, what about where you are in life right now is so good? Like, what about that taste and smells and feels so good that you're still there when you know you could be somewhere else? When you had people say, man, I can see you doing this and I can see you doing that. When you've had dreams and visions of your own, but you're not quite tapping into those dreams and visions, or you're not tapped into that purpose. What smells, feel, and taste so good about where you are right now that you're comfortable? And so that's kind of like what jump out to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool. For sure. And that's something, like, that part about it where I'm content with where I am. It's almost like that's something I'm not 100% with, but I know that it's enough to make me be like it's enough for me to stay where I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know, sometimes when I'm in my zone, I don't even know if I'm really happy with where I'm at. I just know I could go get something to eat whenever I want to. I could, maybe take a day off of work. Like, nothing is urgent. You know what I'm saying? And then that's something that definitely feeds that spirit of, maybe staying where you are. And let's talk about some of these other things, man, that contribute to that, right? I think we all have a piece of the fear of being judged when I do move to that new thing. Like, my thing was always like, you know, like I used to get upset when I even before I started to change, like, hey, you better get them keys, you're gonna lose them. And I used to be like, man, I got my keys right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm upset because you still using the old image of me. You know what I'm saying? And that used to be something that really got under my skin. And I felt like I was being judged, like, you know, and really at that point, it was me not letting the past go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not open to, because that's actually that's the process of moving forward, right? Like, you rather them say, hey, you better not forget the keys, or you, like, it's either you better not forget the keys or you didn't forgot them keys, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because you actually like look at it in a positive way. Like, I'm making progress, right? And that was one of my biggest things. Like, I feared, or I kind of took it somewhere else, but I didn't like the process of moving away from my old self. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, I didn't know I'm keeping me there because I'm holding on to, like, I'm still judging myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
What you think about that?
I see that. I can see that in that process, that part of the process.
Yeah.
Cause you know, you kind of gotta evolve. You gotta evolve past where you at, and then what I heard a little bit of is that, like, you used to forget the keys a lot, but you gotta you got the keys on you, and then, like, you got, you know, people making comments about you forgetting the keys. But sometimes it's like, whether you evolving or not, I want to be able to grow in peace. I don't want nobody to judge me. I don't want you to be looking at me and taking me for who I used to be, or projecting on me like, let me do it. Like, I forgot the keys. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It ain't affecting you. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
definitely when you growing, man, it's a part of the process to let go of that past self, you know what I'm saying, and just and just kind of grow out of that altogether. It's just a maturing process altogether. Cool.
Yeah, for sure. It creates some. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead. Cap that off.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, like, it creates some, that part of it. You know, it creates pressure, right? And so in that moment, when you like I always say this, you have to make a in this scenario, right? You know, when you actually make the evolving decision, you know, like, notify your environment, including you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm about to change right now. You know what I'm saying? I might have to tell somebody else, hey, I'm about to change right now. In the beginning, right? So take that with you, you know what I'm saying?
I would say, Cole, a part of the reason why, like, let's say in that example that you gave, and you kind of like felt some type of way about the keys, for example, right? The reason why I've learned that we feel some type of way about things that people project on us or say to us is because somewhere inside of us we have an agreement with that. Like, we believe that about ourselves, and that goes to what you were saying about, you know, letting the old self go, you know, not being stuck in the past, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and if you are feeling some type of way, or you triggered by something, it's because subconsciously, somewhere deep down up in there, you got an agreement about that. Can't nobody make you look or feel no kind of way until you accept
That's
that.
a
Nobody
fact.
say you are what you answer to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna put that there on that.
Come on, you are what you answer to.
You are what you answer to, bro. I mean,
that's
and then,
major.
so when you said something, too, Cole. You said something about pressure. You know, having that pressure on you. It take a lot of courage and pressure, just in a growing process. Sometimes when you're in the process of evolving, man, I found I've even just myself, but I've seen people in positions to where, you know, they was always the strong one. You know, they was always the tough one. They had the responsibility on them. And in order for you to grow and evolve, you have to be comfortable with change, but you also got to be you have to be willing to embrace the responsibility of more. We talked about this in the past, like, you want more money, but you ain't willing to do what it take to make more money, to get more money. Or you making what you make because of the responsibilities. When you gonna start making more and be in a better place in life when you are willing to accept and take on more responsibility in life, right? But if you come from a place of always being the one accountable, liable, of having that responsibility, the pressure on you, I can see how that can kind of skew somebody away from wanting to elevate, because if I elevate, that's just gonna be more weight on my shoulders. And what if I don't know what to do with the weight I already got on my shoulders? You know what I'm saying? What you think about that?
That's a fact. Oh man, listen, I know that all too well, dog. It's like it's so overwhelming that I'm not even making the progress at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even moving because I'm overwhelmed with the stress of the thing, right? And part of the reason why I said like when you notify, like, you have to say it or declare that, hey, it's time for me to change, and this is my parameters that I need for this change. If my mom, if somebody was bothering me and they were holding me to the stand, I know I used to do that, but like, it kind of messed with me a little bit when you do the, you know what I'm saying, when you throw me that, right? And so in that way, what you're doing is you giving your environment permission to accept the new you. You know what I'm saying? And then you also giving yourself permission, like, hey, I'm about to do this new thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm opening it up for me, like, I'm about to do the new thing. Okay, I can do the new thing now. Hey, I'm about to do the new thing. Okay, he about to do the new thing now. So I'm going to open this door for him to do the new thing. You know what I'm saying? And that removes a lot of the pressure, a lot of the guilt, and the, like, cause sometimes I used to walk in a room, like, I'll have the imposter syndrome. Like, I'll walk in a room in certain clothes, like, knowing I used to look good in the clothes, like, I knowing I'm look good in the clothes, and knowing I didn't used to dress like this. And get scared of people's thoughts saying, why he dressing like he know, like he care about fashion now, like crazy stuff like that, right? And I'm like, bro, like, you do what you want to do. If you want to be a different person, then you go and be that different person, and you be unapologetic about it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, cool. I feel that. I could say that me personally, man, I've had an experience too where like, when it comes to like me, instead of me not like avoiding like a new me or a new version of myself, or just elevating, instead of me avoiding it, I was in a position or in a place in my life where I was in a better position in life, really, like, mentally, emotionally, the way I make decisions and handle conflict. And once upon a time, somewhere along the lines, I developed a reputation or something for, like, within my family, like, for being the one who you call to get the business clear. You know what I'm saying? When there's conflict, you got conflict with your old man, whatever. Call Tori, call. So now here I am getting phone calls at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Yap, drama on the phone. My mama calling, handle this situation. Go see about this, that, and the third. And so my thing is, like, I had to break this down to my family, bro. I'm like, yo, it's like weaponizing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't live my life like that. I don't even be in drama like that. I don't operate like that. So why do y'all think it's okay to call me to respond to drama? Like, why would you take me out of my peace and put me in drama, put me in harm's way, put me in a position to have to show up and stand behind somebody else's foolish actions and all the red signs, stop signs that they passed up, all the things that they could have did better to make this situation better. You want me to go jump in that, and not even so much as the peacemaker. You want me to go in there and handle the business. Why? Like, why are you gonna do that to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't realize you don't realize that put me in a position to where everything that I didn't work for, you put me in a position to jeopardize losing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's really up to me to make the decision to not go. And I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I had to put that boundary down. I had to put that down on the table and was like, yo, this is the new me. That me that you think I am, you trying to make me use me for this moment, that's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just something that I had to grow, not just grow. I was out of that. I'm in where I'm at, and I just, you can't pull me down up in there. And that's just something that me personally, I had to communicate to my family, like, yo, it ain't, that's interesting. You can't use me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not back there no more. I'm not in that life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's interesting, like your perspective on your kind of pressure that you had when you started to change. It's like on your side, they completely accepted, like, oh, he's this now, so let me throw everything that's of this thing to him. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it all on his shoulder. And you like, wait, I don't even, like, I'm not a god, like a king, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm this almighty person who is going to handle all your problems and stuff, right? And that's major, right? Like, some of us figure it out. And that's actually a pressure that comes with what we do, bro. Just like we gonna figure it out, and everybody like, oh, he got the answers, and I may have the answers, but I'm only a human. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what? You can do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you calling me when, like, all I do is problem solve. Like, I just stopped accepting problems and started accepting solutions. That's all I started doing. Facts. You know, and hey, let me show you how to do this. Actually, you don't even gotta call me, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100.
And you know, that'll be how, like, if you that person, that's what you have to do. With, like, don't when people call you for money, don't give people money. Like, you are hurting them more than you actually helping them. Like, don't give them the money. Show them how to make the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get, like, we got something. I said in a couple podcasts back. Like people need to know how to fish. They don't need to fish. They need to know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's very interesting, man.
For sure.
You go ahead.
Well, I was just about to say, you know what I'm saying, like in a position like, wait, did you have something else to say about this point right here?
Nah, I was about to kind of transition, man, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was doing the same thing either way.
So I was about to talk about one of my experiences with nostalgia. Right, like I'm a very nostalgic person. I was talking to a guy earlier, and we were talking about, like, I'm very connected. Like, I fixed the PS3 the other day, right? The fat edition, the limited edition with the release date with the shit, right? Yeah. With the shiny hump and the full USB ports. Yeah. That was like the launch edition one, and I have nostalgia with it. Mostly probably because it was for my dad, and like I couldn't really touch it, and it just sat in the middle of the TV, like just looking nice. You know what I'm saying? And I could only play it when he, so that contributed a lot to it, right? But I kind of created a thing to where I value things that are nostalgic to me, including old habits and old everything, old relationships, old goals. Like when I listen to T Lanes, like I feel nostalgic when I listen to that toxic stuff. Like it's toxic. It brings me back to a time where I was toxic, and I just, like, it's almost like nostalgia for me has become me being able to relate to that in the past. And that's not always it's not, most of the time, honestly, it's not a good thing. One, because we always moving forward. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I have to learn how to sever that connection at a certain point. Like, I'm still taking it and using it. Like, I'm like, man, I'm about to go get my PS3. I'm about to go get the PS3. Why? It's just a memory, bro. Like, take that and put it in a slot, right? And leave it there and use it for that, just that, a memory. I remember when I used to play my, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't come try to bring that back into your present. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you trying to, like I used to try to, I be trying to do my current goals with my old mentality, or either try to merge the two together. Yeah. Like, the old ones gotta go. Right, it's in the past, bro. Yeah. Like the old relationships gotta go. The old habits, my old goals gotta go. The things that I used to want for myself gotta go. Yeah. Excuse me, it's my air compressor.
That's good.
So you know, that was my thing, man. Like I And that's really, to be honest, told what that is, bro. It's like you too deep in your feelings. Like you're using your feelings to guide you. You're like, you feel good, so you like, that's a good thing. You feel me?
I think so. I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, what you think?
Also too, I think when you like trying to fuse like an old scenario, an old experience with a new experience, you know, naturally as humans, we take out we that's how we determine what's safe and what's positive and what's negative. And
Speak
so
on it.
like if we trying to like do something new, we're gonna try to lean on the resources of our experience and our catalog, right? And we trying to use that to make sense of this new thing that we experiencing. It's like the fear of the unknown.
Major.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go in the fear of the unknown, if all you have in your memory bank to reference is something about this in the movie, you're gonna try to operate like the movie did, because that's the best you got. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see why you would want to, you know, take a nostalgic moment or like a previous moment and try to fuse it in with like a future or a present moment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just a safety mechanism I think that we have, that we try to use to do that. And I can see that it could be positive. I can see how you can gain courage from that, but I can also see how if it's too unbalanced and you kind of leaning on the nostalgia a little bit too much, how it can enable you or disable you from doing what you need to do or going as hard and leaning as forward as you need to lean to actually break ground and go into the right direction.
Right. Big on that, man. Big on the moving forward. Like it has its purpose. Let it serve its purpose in the moment. Like there's two parts of that. There's a purpose that is served in the moment, which creates a certain importance or it's like a thing that it creates in the future, right? So a certain importance in the future, right? And it's the same thing with the future. So if you still focusing on the past, then you're not creating that importance in that level of importance in the future to create more nostalgic moments. You know what I'm saying? So, use it for what it is, right? And like you said, too, don't try to take that and use it for new moments because you fear that you're not gonna get any more of those new moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I want to take this second, man. I want to take this moment for you, for me, for the audience, the listeners, the viewers, to reflect. I want us to reflect.
Facts.
And I want us to think about what it means to give ourselves the freedom. Like, what would it look like for us to give ourselves the freedom to change into something else, something new? You know what I'm saying? Like to grow into something better. What would that mean for us? What does that look like for us? For me changing and redefining who I am. Just reflecting. I think I don't know, man. I didn't necessarily look at it from a bird's eye view of having the freedom to do so. It just was something that I wanted. I just wanted to be better. I just wanted to do better. Just kind of like on a self-development, personal development journey. But I think I'm making out all right. But I think it's also cool to have somebody like to kind of put it in perspective of, okay, listen, I just want you to know that you have the power and the freedom to redefine who you are. I know you made some bad decisions. I know you made some good ones. I know you have built a reputation for yourself in this group, and over here you got a different expectation. You have a different what word I just used?
Reputation.
Reputation. There you go, y'all. And so you don't confine yourself to the reputation that you done built. You know what I'm saying? You have the freedom to redefine and to change who you are. So I like that overview perspective of that. But what about you, Cole? What do you think about redefining and reconfiguring who you are?
The freedom of it is that there's two parts to the freedom. One part is you choosing whatever you want to be and doing, and the other part is doing it. right? Like I can choose anything, and then I can do it freely without any of the, you know what I'm saying, the judgment or the grow back, you know, that mostly that you'd give yourself. You know, like most of my downfall when I started to work on my character is just me being an imposter. Like me having an imposter syndrome. Like, hey, you don't do this, and what I'm telling myself is, hey, like you like you don't have permission to be who you want to be, and that's what I was telling myself subconsciously, right? And you confine yourself. It feels like a jail, man. It's like you put yourself in this box, and you know, like you don't have to be in that box. And the thing that we all have to do is realize that we in a box. Like the what you call it, awareness has to happen first. And to do that, you got to analyze your thoughts. You know, like I had to go and tune into what I was actually telling myself in the little slick comments I'll make. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you, like it's not always a major part of changing and being intentional is paying attention to every single detail. Right? That's where a lot of us fall short. Like we think because we have good intentions that the good intention is gonna carry us all the way through. You need action, but you need more than action. Like you need reaction, and sometimes you need extensive action. Like you need a lot. You know what I'm saying, to actually move the needle, right? Like I may have to step back from something major so I can control how I think. I may have to sacrifice that event or that moment or that relationship so I can, for the betterment of me, you know. So when I make that decision to bird's eye view to do what I want, and then I make the decision to do what I want unapologetically, that releases something inside of you that it's priceless. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why that's one of the biggest one of my biggest revelations I've like ever had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like be you, and it don't really matter who you are, right? And it don't matter what the world thinks, and it don't matter what you think about you in the beginning.
I want to touch on that part right there. Yeah. I want to actually open up on that part of that, what you think about you having that imposter syndrome, because I don't even know, man. Like when I heard imposter syndrome, I didn't even know what imposter syndrome was. Yeah. And for those who don't know, imposter syndrome essentially is like not thinking you belong. It's kind of like a situation where you don't think you belong where you are. Like say for instance, you get a new promotion or just you get elected, right? It wasn't even, you ain't even want it. And you like, man, I ain't good enough to be the president of this. I shouldn't, it's like not thinking that you're worthy of something or to be somewhere. And life is so, I think that's that inner voice, man, that'll get you, that'll trap you. I heard this, well, I can't even tell you where I heard it from. I listen to a lot of stuff, but maybe I was reading this somewhere, and the quote was, "My biggest enemy is my inner me." And that was heavy. That was heavy duty, bro, because it's usually gonna always start and stop with you. That's what we talking about, the permission to evolve, right? And along with that, I've had some situations where just me wanting to evolve and grow put me in, it just kind of distanced me from, different people, my relationships, my partners, different things. It's kind of like we all didn't had a partner that got in a relationship and then went Duck City, then went MIA. You know what I'm saying? You got him a new old lady, and now you all wrapped up in your lady. I ain't heard from you in a month. I got to send a wellness check to you, or maybe it's just career wise, just life wise, it's different. I mean, I think I'm grateful. I'll tell anybody, like, I don't have a whole bunch of friends, but I got my main few partners who I've been riding with since high school, and that's pretty much all it is. Everybody else, I mean, I meet people, I develop relationships like with my clients and stuff, but I can honestly say that you know, I have been fortunate enough to be able to have had the grace to grow, and that hasn't directly affected me in my relationships with my friends, to where, you know, I particularly have like friends hating on me because I'm doing this and doing that. You know, I have a partner like me and him jam on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my game partner. Like, from high school through high school, we was on the game jamming. This is before I met Cole. And then there was a point in time where I just wasn't on the game no more. I didn't have time. I didn't even make time to play the game. You know, it was like I get on the game like once every so many months. Like, it'd be 4-5 months. But we get on the game and we gonna jam. You know what I'm saying? We might get it in a few days, and then after that, it's like, boom, I'm back off. And I just run. I catch up with him when I catch up with him. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. It ain't no hard feelings or nothing. But sometimes it's not that easy for people. Sometimes when you elevate, you know, you got people that hate on you. You gotta. It feels like betrayal. You know what I'm saying? It feel like, damn, dog, you left me. You just up, though. You just elevated, and you too good for a nigga. Nah, let me get those little jokes. And sometimes you feel like you betraying yourself, like that imposter syndrome that what Cole was saying. Cole, I think you talked about that earlier a little bit already, but if you have any situations or stories that you want to share personally to that point, you can. You know what I'm saying? You got something.
Now, I want to comment on the friends thing. You know, in the beginning of you making a pivot, you have to embrace it 100%, because you have to assume that you're not able to discern who is really for you and who's not for you, and what's good for you in the environment and what's not good for you, right? And a major lesson that we need to know is, a major principle is, you can't heal in the same place you got shot. You can't do that. Meaning, if I got the culture from where I'm at, it's probably best that like an ambulance gonna come pick you up, but they're not gonna sit and try to fix you right there. They're gonna bring you to the hospital, right? Go to wherever your hospital is. Cool. You can build your own hospital. You can do it, and it's possible, but it's much harder. And it's not like I had to tell myself one time, like, it's not that you took the hard route and made it. It's just that you made it. That's it. Like you don't have to, like I don't want to, like at some point I wanted to be able to say that I did it, and I did it in my own city, but I was gonna do it to the death of me. Like, and that's not the goal. Why, when you can just leave, go do your thing, and then come back to your city, right? So the best thing sometimes for people is to go ahead on a retreat right quick.
Yes, sir.
Like, just retreat right quick. Go put yourself in a situation to where everything around you is embracing that change that you want to see. And if you want to, like I said, it took him a while to get back to the game. Now he probably like I said, it's possible, but it would have been harder for him to make them changes if he was still on the game every day. Why? Because he had to use that game time to implement them changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you gotta be willing to do that though, bro. Like I gotta be willing to leave my partner, and who I love him to death. But I really love me being able to grow and possibly give him something better instead. You know what I'm saying? And that'll stop a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say especially, because I was about to say especially my people. I do that a lot sometimes, but that is a human experience. You know, you with someone and you have that connection, you have that nostalgia with them, and you like, I don't want to leave them. That's disrespectful. That's like, I'm down bad for that. You're not down bad. You're not bad. You never listen. You are never. I'm gonna tell you. You never down bad for one better, even if it's just for you.
Yeah, real man. Talk. Even if it's in a sense at the expense of other people. I mean,
yeah.
At the expense of other people's comfort, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, sometimes you gotta jump out of, like, we be steering other people's boat. Sometimes you got to jump out and get your own boat and steer your boat, and it's time for them to learn how to steer a boat. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason. Even when you left to do your own thing, like me, I left to go to do my own thing once upon a time. But that's so whatever purpose that served for them over there, they had to learn something in that season too. So my experience in my season, my transition was a part of them transitioning and evolving in a different way, whether they take heed or not. You know what I'm saying? But you know, sometimes that just be the situation, and you can't limit yourself or minimize yourself to please other people. I mean, I was in a situation like that, you know what I'm saying, in like my workspace, and you know what I'm saying, it was just like, man, you know, it kind of disrupted some things elsewhere, but what was best for me was to make the choice, the decision that I made. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, it was the greater decision. Ultimately, I have elevated and evolved from that point in so many ways. In just the responsibility in business, to responsibility as a person, just to growing out of my comfort zone, like you say, Cody. Like, a lot of folks get confined in their identity, rest and reside in their city, with my hometown. I gotta make it in my hometown. I gotta put on in my hometown. I want my name to be ringing in my hometown. Man, everybody trying to make it. Everybody trying to survive. Everybody trying to figure their own life out. Why do we want to be so? Why we gotta be infamous in our hometown, bro?
Ask yourself why. Like, why? For what?
I don't know, bro.
Like,
listen,
what's the real reason?
Your hometown ain't no bigger than the tip of a pin in retrospect of the whole world.
I'm saying, so though, what you gonna get from that?
You get
like,
that.
What does that do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest,
thing, I guess.
That's what it is. That's what, or at least that's what it was for me. I just wanted to be able to say that. That's it. It didn't put me any further. It didn't give me a skill that I, you know what I'm saying? Like I that's all I wasn't gonna get no trophy for it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like this. At some point in time, for those who have ever struggled with that, as far as society went in your city, you was nobody. You was just another face on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Like, you wasn't nobody. So to kind of offset that and compensate for that, I guess one would want to blow up and become somebody, a big name in a city, so that all the time that they felt like they was nobody, I'm somebody now. I'm the man. Now you gotta come to me, or now you gotta see me. You know me. I'm a household name in my city. But you know, sometimes that soil that you was planted in is not the best soil for you, for your type of seed, for your type of growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just ain't gonna work. Like, I've never seen nobody grow an oak tree in a flower pot. Like, and when you see that happen, you let me know. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you just gotta change your environment, and then when you become this great oak tree, then you can shed wisdom and experience and give back. You don't have to be you and your name ain't even got a ring in your city, but you could be like a silent partner, a silent business partner, and really help your city in so many different ways. And if it's about the recognition, you in it for the wrong reasons. You in it for the wrong reasons.
That's a fact. And listen, it won't stop there. Like, don't think that you about to just go into this. Don't think that you about to go into the flower pot and you automatically going to grow, right? You know what I'm saying? You there's going to be multiple shifts that you're going to have to go through. And there's going to have to be some things that you're going to have to use that you've never used before, that you've never even heard of before. Like, I ain't never had to water myself in my other pot that I was at. You know what I'm saying? We just weeds. You know what I'm saying? Weeds grow regardless. And so I didn't have to use certain fertilizer. Like, I didn't have to do none of any of those things, right? Yeah. So when you also be intentional about knowing the new you and your new life and what it come with. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing that we don't be like. We think that we just be able to talk about it and it's gonna start moving, or I do that one initial jump and my life has changed for forever. No, like, you're gonna actually you can find yourself stagnant and in the same situation, just in another place.
100%.
Right?
Listen.
And you gotta move again. Yep. You know what I mean? It has to be. You have to. In any situation, I don't care where you at, you have to know how to immediately shift directions when it's not serving the purpose that you left for in the first place. Gotta happen, right?
100%.
And then, after that, man, the the joy is a major thing that happens afterwards. Now, while we shouldn't look for joy, the joy is very important. You know, as I look back and I'm, you know what I'm saying, you start to see like people start to call my mom and be like, hey, your son is exceptional. And I'm like, wow, like I did that. Mm-hmm. Before I started to change my character, I wasn't getting any of that. Like people would stop messing with me. Like I'm doing business with people and I'm never hearing from them again. And I'm thinking that's just how it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm making these changes. I'm becoming a better person, and I'm slowly starting to see. I'm starting to see the changes. You know what I'm saying? And there's no greater feeling than the feeling of accomplishment to me, and the feeling of success. Like it's better than drugs. You know what I'm saying? When you set out to do something, and it's actually happening, and you getting like residuals from it, like it's crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, too.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful outcome. I mean, I think essentially that's pretty much why we do anything that we do. It's the reward of the outcome. Honestly, that's really what motivates us to do things. That's what motivates us to, you know, to want better, to want more. Is because of what we get on what comes with the thing that we say we want. You know, what we think life is going to be like on the other side. But 100%, man, I like that, dog. I mean, I think throughout that process in general of evolving, you know, you got different stages of evolving. And I like what you mentioned, that joy aspect, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you go through so many transitions. You know, you got to accept yourself. You have to recognize yourself. You have to grow past where you are. Sometimes you have to relocate yourself. You lose touch with friends and family, and sometimes some mess get kicked up. Sometimes you really just have you come from a toxic environment that really will literally try to pull you down. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's on the extreme end of things. You know what I'm saying? But when you make it through all of that, because you can't stop, right? The wise man once said, if you want to stop, if you hate starting over, stop quitting. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep going, bro. If you don't want to keep that starting over, that starting over is so hard. I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Starting over hard because quitting is easy. So
if you want to quit something, quit stopping, huh? That boy dropping them quotes.
If you want to quit something, quit stopping, man. And I promise you got joy on the other side of that. Once you figure out how to make it meaningful as such, you know, success don't always feel good. Because sometimes success is lonely. It can be lonely. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's only lonely because of the people who you thought was going to be there with you is not that. That dream what you thought it was going to look like, it ain't that. And maybe you might find that the success that you've been chasing ain't the success that you want. You know, sometimes like you working so hard to get up here because that's what you think. I want the best of the best. But maybe you'll really be fulfilled here. Maybe like the level 10 ain't for you. Maybe like the level 7 is for you. And then you can have that. You can be that. You can do everything that you want to do and really be happy. But you got to find your level. You got to find your balance and that joy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm on the quest to find that level of life to where I want to, like Cole would say, I want to respect what God have for me. I want to develop and grow. I want to be all these wonderful things. The other day I was praying, man. I said, God, I know what I want for me, but I want what you want for me. I want what you want for me. I said, I know I got all these goals and these dreams and different things. I'm trying to do these things, but just show me what you want for me. You know what I'm saying? And I might be able to have everything I want. And I think the resistance that's submission to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the stuff that I thought that was gonna bring me joy and love and all these different things. What if I'm barking up the wrong tree? So I'm just like, God, just show me what you got for me. Like, let's do it your way.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because your way is the right way. It's the only way. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. And that's just where I'm at with it, Cole.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's amazing, bro.
For sure.
That's amazing, man. Listen, I'm a clear. Okay, I gotta stop being cocky when I be saying stuff, but most of the time, the loneliness comes from your false expectations. To be honest, you thought that something was going to happen. You thought that this person was supposed to support you. You thought it was supposed to be easy and nobody understanding how like, you know what I'm saying, nobody get, like, you got to go through that by yourself.
For sure.
You have to correct your expectations by yourself. Like, nobody can do that for you.
Yep.
So the things that you have to do, you thought that, like, you can't even, there's certain things that you can't even do with other people. They were meant to, like you said earlier, you're supposed to know how to drive your own boat. Because what if you got to drive your own boat? It's inevitable that you're going to have to drive your own boat at some point. So you're supposed to get your 100%. Own boat. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this was an amazing conversation, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure, man. Without further ado, take us out.
You already know what it is, so you ain't got to ask what it was. You just tuned in for another Free Will podcast. This was an extraordinarily powerful and high-level conversation with my brother Cole. Let me turn that down a little bit. I feel like that was a little bit too loud. Man, I just want to thank y'all for being the best part. We just want to thank y'all for being the best part of the Free Will podcast, the Free Will family. And man, this is what we do, and this is why we do it. You know, we on this journey to become the best version of ourselves. And if you know somebody who could benefit from these conversations like you did, feel free, and we urge and encourage you to share it and send it to them. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you commune in the comment sections and leave your thoughts, your opinions, even if you only seen it for the last 15 minutes. Man, we just want to thank y'all for being here, for being in attendance, and those who are attentive. We appreciate y'all. Welcome to the new followers, the new subscribers, the new family members as we embark on this journey together. You can catch us next Friday right here, 8:30 Central Time.
Central Time.
Don't just meet us there, Cole.
Beat us there. You dig?
And we gonna be in there like that there. You heard me? So yeah, we're gonna see y'all again on the next one. Thank y'all for watching.